What's going on, everybody? So, in this training, what we're going to talk about is the buyer's journey funnel. One of the questions I get asked all the time is, Will, how do I get new clients on demand? And obviously, organic works, all right? We actually built a multi billion dollar business all from organic. And it's definitely something that I would not stop doing. However, in this training, we're going to specifically talk about paid advertising, including Facebook and Instagram. Okay. So the buyer's journey funnel is a proven system that generates anywhere from 8 to 10 leads or book calls every single week, pretty much on autopilot. Most of our clients are signing up probably 5 to 8 clients every single week by just using this framework. So we broke it down into 3 parts. A lot of people, when they run Instagram or Facebook ads, think that they could just have one ad, somebody opts into something, they book a call, they pay you money, and that just doesn't work anymore. It usually takes somebody anywhere from 6 to 8 touches before they actually become a client. And what I found over the course of the last several years is the more that they consume your content, the easier the sales call is going to be. So, what we did is we broke it down into 3 stages. The first stage of the buyer's journey funnel is awareness. Okay. So, most of your prospects may or may not have even heard of you before. So again, if you are trying to send somebody directly to a Calendly or to book a call where they don't know anything about you, it's going to be very challenging. So one of the easiest strategies to build awareness is to run simple follower ads, which I'm sure you've seen before. So a follower ad is essentially a boosted post on your Instagram to drive more traffic to it. The one thing that I see with a lot of people that they make a mistake is that the follower ads that they run are not direct enough. Okay. They are not direct. So they need to be direct, they need to be specific. And more importantly, they actually need to have what I call qualifiers. A lot of people don't have qualifiers in their, I probably spelled that wrong, in their ads. So what happens is you hear the complaint all the time. Oh, I'm just getting people that are broke or don't have money. Well, that's your fault. It's your fault that you are attracting the wrong people because you're not necessarily being direct. So for example, for me, I always try to tell people, if you're not this person, if you're not making this money, if you're not willing to invest, don't click this ad. Now, is your lead per or your cost per lead going to be a little bit higher? Sure, but you're going to get much more qualified people. Okay. The second thing is value exchange. Oh, let's talk about awareness. So, as far as KPIs, because I get that question a lot, if you are in business to consumer, so like you're a fitness coach, you're a real estate coach, you are like a dating coach, any of those, usually you can get under $2 cost per new follower because it's a lot more of an opportunity. If you're a business to business coach, so for example, myself, or just business to business coach, you're probably going to pay around $5 per new follower. And obviously, the more qualifiers that you have in your ad, the higher that the cost is going to be, but the better the lead is going to be. Okay. The next thing is what's called value exchange. So you give me your information, i.e., email, phone number, and I give you something back, whether that's a PDF, a lead magnet, a training, a free group, whether that's like school group or a Facebook group, whatever it is, it's some type of value exchange. Now, the problem that I see with a lot of people with any type of value exchange is they have no nurture sequence, right? So actually, let me try to draw a arrow here because I think this is important that a lot of people don't do. Is you need to have some type of nurture sequence. So again, what I use, and I talk about it later in this training, we use a software called Go High Level. And what it does is allows me to text leads, email leads, anything so that I can stay in constant communication. Because if I'm just getting their name and phone number and I'm not doing anything with it, well, then what's the point of that? So we want to have some type of nurture sequence built out, which we do in our coaching program. We have some templates done for you so you can plug and play. And then with the nurture sequence, our goal again is to drive them back to, whether it's our free group, our YouTube channel, somewhere where we can continue to nurture them, where we're going to book a call. Okay. So value exchange, PDF lead magnet training, free group. Ideally, you should be getting about $5 to $10 per opt-in. And one of the ways that we do a value exchange, there's two different ways, and we've tested both. There are what's called DM ads. So you've probably seen them before. DM ads are just essentially ads that go into your messenger. And I want to put this here. I should have made it. We'll do it here. So DM ads. And what we use is we actually use a software called ManyChat, which I can explain later. But ManyChat is like an automation software that essentially qualifies people so that we don't have to. And then there are what's called lead form ads. And we've tested both of those as far as value exchange. They both work really well. I'm not going to say one works better than the other. The reason why I usually like DM ads is because if you have what's called a success specialist and or a setter, usually they can have that conversation pretty quickly. However, what we've tested too is with lead forms using the software Go High Level, you opt in to the lead form and immediately you're going to get a text message from Go High Level and an email. So we've tested both. They both work. If you have questions about it, we can help you out. I think it's kind of a trial and error depending on what type of client that you're trying to attract. So it kind of depends. All right. Next thing is omnipresence. So omnipresence, all that means is if you click on anything, if you send me an Instagram message, if you click my profile, if you engage in an ad, I am going to be everywhere. So it's really important that we retarget people as much as possible. Now, the retargeting, as far as ads, usually what I like to do is have very strong, what I like to call CTAs, which is a call to action. So they've already probably consumed your content somewhere. That my goal is I want to be very direct with what I have to offer. So the call to action, it's usually, again, maybe for another training, but usually it's not value based. It's usually social proof. So with retargeting, I'm like, hey, you clicked my ad. Here's, social proof, aka, why it worked for X person, right? So here's Johnny. Johnny, is a struggling, coach, and before he came to me and blah blah blah, he made $20,000 a month, right? So social proof, social proof, social proof. People need to see that more than anything. They want to understand that there is somebody just like them that went through the program that got results. Okay. So all these ads, awareness, value exchange, omnipresence, we essentially wanted to get them to AKA a success specialist and or what we call our Go High Level, which is our automation, our software, our nurturing sequence. Now, a success specialist, I have another training about how to hire a success specialist in my YouTube, what to pay them, all those other things. But the goal of the success specialist and or your Go High Level sequence is to book a call, right? And our job is to figure out, are they qualified? And I think a lot of people get so caught up on, oh, they don't have money or they do have money or all this stuff that we miss a lot of opportunities that I think if you just simply got on a call with somebody and figured out where they're at and if they're serious about investing, that they might sign up. We've had plenty of people in the past who on paper probably weren't qualified, but spent probably 5 figures to work with us. And it was the best decision they ever made. So be very careful with the qualifier. A lot of people have an application that's like, do you make $10,000? Don't click like it. I don't really like that. My thing with qualifiers and or like for my success specialist and like an application is really their motivation more than it is anything. Like, are you actually motivated to do something about it? And are you willing to invest? Like, I don't like to say like these income investments because I want to figure out a way to get you into the environment because I know I can help you out. Okay. So if they are qualified, we're going to book a call. And if they're not qualified, again, we want to send them back to the free Facebook group, long form nurturing content such as this YouTube. And then we just want the success specialists to continue to nurture them. So I'll make a little box. So Go High Level nurturing sequence. So sending them continual information and, having the success specialist continue to have conversations with them and reach out to them. Okay, so if they are qualified, book a call. Pretty straightforward. Now, with booking a call, there's two ways to do this because I get this question asked pretty often. Hey, Will, should I do a triage call? All right, so let's write this right here, triage call. And if you don't know what a triage call is, a triage call is if you are booking so many leads every single week that you want to make sure that somebody is actually a good fit without necessarily like a hard application. You could have what's called a triage call, which is like a 15 to 20 minute, no more than that, call. And it's usually your success specialist, not your necessarily closer. And they're just kind of feeling the person out. Hey, how you doing? Saw you click that, had a conversation. We get so many leads, we want to make sure a good fit before you talk to the next person. So this is kind of a 2-call close method. It depends on the leads that you have. Like if you have so many leads, you can use this, but if you don't, I really wouldn't worry about it. A lot of the businesses that I've ran in the past, usually we do have a triage call because nothing is worse than getting on a sales call with somebody that just isn't a good fit, hasn't watched any of your content. The triage person, their goal is to make sure that you've watched some type of content. All right. So usually with a book a call, what we want to do is we want to make sure I do not here, let's slide this over. We want to make sure that they've probably watched a ton of our trainings. We want to make sure that they've watched videos. We want to make sure that they've seen what we do, because otherwise you're going to spend so much time trying to hard close the person. So when they book a call, you could do a triage call and or again free trainings. So these could be again free trainings in your YouTube. They could be a pre-training that you made just for the video. Free trainings, YouTube, what to expect. So these are really important, guys, to have some type of free training before you talk to them and or do a triage call so you're not wasting your time. And if you guys have questions about the free trainings, let me know. But again, it's just essentially, here's what the call is going to be. Here's what to expect. Here's, show up on time, kind of things like that. All right, so book a call. All right, so next thing, what we have is, let's go. Let's slide this over here. Okay. So 2 ways. Let's go with option 1. They book a call and they sign up. Awesome, onboard new client. You should have an onboarding process built out, which we'll talk about later. And one of the things that I don't think a lot of people talk about when it comes to onboarding is the R&R method, which the R&R method is really based around referrals and retention, which I'll make another training about. But it's probably one of the most undervalued things that people don't think about, which is just because you've got a client to pay you 5, 8, 10, whatever $1,000, that person should continue paying you for a long time, 6 months to a year, if not longer. And more importantly, they should be sending you new business, right? So for us, probably every client that we have, I'd probably say every 3 clients we have sends us another client because we really focus on referrals. So referrals and retention. And when it comes to retention, there's a couple of different things that you could focus on. Retention could be a continuity program or an up-level program, which we'll talk about in another training. So continuity, I can't spell, continuity, up-level. And all up-level means is more access to you, which we'll talk about later, okay? So referrals and retention and continuity and up-level. So referrals. And the beauty is, guys, like referrals are such an easy way to make money. I don't know why more people aren't focusing on it because like it's the easiest sale that you'll ever make. Like it's like, hey, who do you know that wants to get results like you? Like it's a literally a no-brainer. All right, so I kind of talked about it there. I didn't even see this. So MRR, continuity, referrals, retention. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, So if they book a call and they don't sign up, right? Objections are just part of the process. If you're getting hit with objections and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do, then you need sales help. But what happens for some people is that they just can't sign up. Like they're a good fit, they want to work with you, but it's either a time or money problem. All right. So let's say objections, they're 100% in. I want to work with you, but it's a time or money objection. All right. Like they're like, dude, I want to work with you. I want to sign up. I can't do it. There's two ways to do this. And this is only, I'm going to say this again, this is only for people that you know are 120% a good fit that you can help out. And it's something called a re-offer. Now, I do this very rarely, but it's only for people that I think are 100% a good fit. And there's two ways to make a new offer, which is cut the time in half and or add a new bonus later. Okay. So let's say somebody didn't sign up and it's been about 2 months, 3 months. One way to reach back out to them is by adding an additional offer that they may have not thought of before as a quote unquote new bonus. So if it's something like they weren't ready right now, but they want to do it, what you can do is you could have kind of a bonus that is specifically for them. So, for example, a new bonus could be, let me write this right here, could be new bonus, and it's like a one-time value or one-time offer. New bonus is a additional, you could say one to two additional calls with you, right? Hey, don't usually do this. I know you were thinking about waiting 2 to 3 months. What I'm going to do for you right now is if you actually sign up, this could be like a re-offer. I'll actually give you two additional coaching calls, which I don't normally do, which is a value of probably $500 to $1,000 if you sign up right now. Cool, in. So that's a good way to do it. The other thing, depending on what your coaching offer is, especially with like all the fitness people that I work with, is time. So half the time. So a lot of people, especially again in the fitness industry, and this could be any industry, run a typical 12-week transformation program, or I don't know, whatever it is, right? I don't like that color. They run a 12-week transformation program. So what you can do is you can cut the time in half. Cut the time in half. A lot of people, for some reason, are like, hey, I'm going to discount the value. So let's say you sell a 12-week program for $2,100. And a lot of people quickly discount it. But instead of discounting it, I cut the time in half because more than likely they want to work with you. But what happens is they're like, 12 weeks is a long time to commit. $2,100 is a lot. There's two ways to do it. You can do payment plans, but for me, I say totally understand. I get where you're coming from, and it sounds like that you just want to come in the program and see results. If there was an opportunity for you to come in and get results so that you could stay with us for the 12 weeks without putting 2,100 down, would you be interested? They're going to say yes. Cool. So let's do this. Let's get you in for 6 weeks, right? Just to get, it's kind of a feeler program to make sure that you're a good fit and I'm a good fit for you. I know without an ounce of doubt, you're going to get amazing results in 6 weeks that you're going to want to stay in the program. So let's just do this. Just put down 1,400 today. And then after the 6 weeks, we'll reevaluate, see if you're a good fit, see if you're liking the program. And if you're not, and you totally hate me, which has never happened, we'll just stop from there. Cool. And this works like a gold mine. And I don't know why more people don't do this, but we used to sell a year-long program for the longest time, and then we cut it into 6 months. Like, hey, I know a year is a long time to commit. Just commit to 6 months with us. We'll help you get to $50,000 a month. And then if you hate me, you can just stop and go from there. But my guess is you're going to love the community and me so much you're going to want to stay. And I think 70% of people stayed, so it was like an easy offer. Cool. So this is kind of a full breakdown, guys, of everything from ad to client to continuity to coaching to program, like everything you need to grow and scale your business to pretty much $100,000 a month. And that's it. So if you guys want to speak with me directly, there's a link to book a call below. Again, our program is not cheap, because this is everything. Like, we're not an agency. We're not some setter school. We're not all, we literally do everything from helping you with the ads to the content to the sales to the coaching to the onboard. We help you with everything. So again, we want to help you build a legitimate business. Okay. So that's it, guys. Anything else, let me know, and I'll catch you guys soon.